Welcome back to With Love, Misty. It's Misty. So I'm going to get right into it. I'm reading Vibrate Higher Daily by Layla Delia. We are on page 63, middle of the page. Doing the work. Doing the work with consistency. First things first, reaching higher levels of self-development takes doing the work with consistency. Doing the work is not always easy, but it's how you get to where you're going. Transformation occurs because of daily choices and actions over a steady amount of time in a consistent direction. As you take on the mission and call of transforming your life, remember to be patient while honoring the process. Stay committed to your development when the process gets complex and difficult. During various seasons and terrains of life, times may come when it'll appear easier to quit or settle for good enough. But through perseverance, you will allow the process of transformation to complete its necessary cycle and purpose within your life and in you. But through perseverance, you will allow the process of transformation to complete its necessary cycle and purpose within you and your life. Quote, transformation also looks like this, examining ourselves for growth and leaving nothing out of our examination. Let's look at it all. Getting unstuck, moving in the right direction. At various points in our journey toward attaining vibrational awareness, we can find ourselves stuck, unable to move forward, unable to get beyond. Transforming our life and getting it to progress in a better direction takes new and intentional moves. In order to move in any direction from where we've been, a dominant guiding vibration has to be present and chosen. This is like Newton's first law of motion or the law of inertia. The only way to change an object that's stuck in a place or stuck in the same continuous motion is to introduce a more powerful force. Early in my journey, my strategy for getting unstuck was releasing people from my life who didn't serve my higher good. And I would instead spend more and more time around mentors and like-minded people who nurtured me and inspired me to grow, heal, and live in my power. This was the more powerful force, the guiding vibration that confronted my inertia and helped me get unstuck. I've carried that through all my life to this day. I know what makes me feel like my harmonious self. And I turn to those people and things when I notice a lower vibration, state, pattern, or loop sprouting up. I let go of what doesn't serve me and make space for what does through taking deliberate, intentional, and necessary action. Life and its journey will take us in the direction of our dominant thoughts, actions, and vibration. So choose wisely and with awareness. Choose wisely and with awareness. When we do this, choose wisely and with awareness. When we do this, we take our power back. This is when we begin to sense and realize whether our current environment, direction, place, relationships, and mindset is serving us. This is how and where our vibration becomes a tool and a vehicle to shift us from one path and move us onto a new path, a better one. Lock in. Find what works. Explore, discover, and witness what is effective in your environment and zero in on that dominant vibration. Being energetically locked in requires what's known as holding your vibration, which brings us back to being consistent. Locking into that vibration serves you, from time spent with supportive friends to a morning walk to nourishing foods to a spiritual practice, is a key of this is a key part of transitioning and transforming, because without holding your vibration, you'll experience a yo-yo effect. That is The winds of life can blow you in random directions with no real or lasting stability or destination in sight. Holding a positive, agreeable, and focused vibration is essential to transformation and vibrating higher daily. Holding a negative, disagreeable, unfocused, or ego-dominant vibration is counterproductive. It's counterproductive to the transformation and going higher. Following my mother's return to the spirit world in 2018, grief was a sticky terrain for me to journey through. After some time had passed, I recognized that I needed a steady energy to lock into. My soul's medicine came through various yet interconnected channels of heart, body, mind, and spirit. The parents of my best friend, Aisha, offered me their dreamy home in the beautiful Southern California hills as a place of refuge. They invited me to stay there, offering to cook and care for me while I wrote this book. "Come and right here," they said. "You can sit amongst the trees, flowers, and canyons. Stay as long as you need to." The vibration of this offering touched me deeply. It was the force of kindness in action. Locking into the mere thought of it helped me to get through one of the most tender and heart-wrenching seasons and terrains of my life. Yeah. Self-balancing and self-correcting are core principles of vibrational-based living. Every system and organ in your body does this to maintain equilibrium and alignment. May you do it also on conscious, emotional, and vibrational levels. Persistently holding your vibration keeps your heart, mind, and life in balance and returns them to a state of equilibrium when they are caught off guard, blindsided by life, or stray from balance. Read the signs so that you don't continue in the wrong direction or end up stuck on this side of the journey's road. Read the signs so that you don't continue in the wrong direction or end up stuck on the side of your journey's road. Recognize when to move and exit the route, and then move and exit the route. Introspection. Introspection is about getting to the core of your being, understanding yourself in a non-judgmental way. Stop to reflect and look within. Take a genuine look at what's inside while loving yourself through whatever you find, the good and the not so good. This is the higher vibrational way. Self-love is a powerful force to implement in the process of growing, transforming, and vibrating higher daily. In the wake of my mother's transition, I was in need of introspection. I spent a lot of quality time with my sweet sister, Aisha, who also follows the path of vibrational-based living. She and I talked, cried, laughed, grieved, and healed together. We nurtured each other, and together we found our way through. Thanks to Aisha's recommendation, I also took time to look within my body to recognize and release all the stagnated tension and grief that I had accumulated within. I turned to what nourishes me. I took nourishing baths in Epsom salt, herbs, and essential oils. I got massages, and I also did a new thing. I introduced my body to reflexology, a practice that has since stuck and become highly essential. Staying open to what the many aspects of your being may need, your heart, mind, body, spirit, and soul, is a powerfully integrative way to practice introspection and take real good care of yourself. Introspection helps you not only to heal, but it also helps you to become more self-aware. There was a point on my journey where I realized through introspection that in times of stress, a fix-me mentality would often arise. I'd look to others to fix me, to make me feel whole, yet I realized it never worked or lasted for long. I had to rise in this area. I had to embrace my power and fix myself. I had to become who I was waiting for. While other people can be a valuable support system and cheer us on, it's ultimately up to us to do the necessary work, to do our part. Whatever requires developing, transcending, releasing, maturing, whatever needs more grace, love, forgiveness, work, and more time to process and heal, introspection through self-love is the way. Empowerment. Empowerment is a vital part of the process to not shy away from or bypass, but arrive at, vibrate into, and live from. Empowerment is a vital part of the process to not shy away from or bypass, but arrive at, vibrate into, live from. As we do the work to let go, heal, recover, vibrate higher, and transform, that's not the end of the process. It's vital to not stop or remain stuck and stagnant in the process or somewhere on the journey due to not reaching empowerment. Living life from a place of power is what vibrating higher daily is all about. Empowerment allows us to live from a more whole, connected, and authentic place. For me, empowerment meant taking authority over my life, taking my power back, and recognizing and trusting that my gifts were connected to my healing and life's work in this world. Empowerment meant choosing to vibrate higher daily through whatever came my way, by letting go of what didn't serve me, stepping forward to do my work in the world, and sharing my gifts. I stopped allowing fear to be a comfort zone and a place where I remain stuck and unempowered. Let's empower ourselves, mind, body, heart, and soul, and rise higher emotionally, vibrationally, spiritually, culturally, and socially. That's episode 6. I'm going to keep it short and sweet. I want us to really start to get through these episodes and get the information. So I was just thinking about it. I know it was a lot with some of the questions in episode 4. And I want everyone to catch up. And I want you to be able to take this in small doses, but really let it sink in and tap into the words and really just let them sit in your spirit and just see if you resonate with what's happening here and what she's saying. I read this before recording it for you tonight. Obviously, I read it raw, uncut, and not edited, but the part about her mother's transition could not be more of an explanation of exactly where I am in my life. And, to be vulnerable to do this with us, to do this together is a lot. The transition of my mom, I won't make this whole thing about that, but it definitely put me in front of myself to say, okay, this is a terrain, if you will, of darkness, of just really understanding it. And this is where I found myself falling into my dark night of the soul, my spiritual awakening. But one thing I can say is that I will remain holding on for dear life to stay empowered, to be empowered, to do my work in this world, to hold space for people. And the love inside of my form is so, I would say, futile. I don't know. I love that word just because I'm a little violent a little bit, but I love as if my heart has never been broken. I love even tragedy after tragedy after tragedy after. I still find triumphs in my tragedy, even while I'm bleeding to death. I feel like that blood is bleeding out into the universe, giving life to others because it's full of love. That's crazy. Yeah. Well, listen, I love you. I am working. I love me, and that's why I'm doing this work. Some days it's hard. I put my favorite lip gloss on today and showed up. So I hope you showed up. I hope that you got something out of this. And until the next episode, please catch up. I put everything in a playlist to make it easy so you're not searching for everything. Like, share, and bear with me and have a little grace. And until next time, stand in your power. The book says on the front of the cover, she says, live in your power. But stand in it. Stand in it. Set some boundaries. Do what the fuck you want to do. Like, be happy. Really start to focus on what makes you feel good, what vibrates with you, what disturbs your peace, anything. And whatever it is, remove it. I'm working on it. I mean, it's easy to say. It's a process, though. It is definitely a process. So I'm here to hold space with you, and to get through this. I'll talk to you on the talk back. All right? With love, Misty. Until next time.